All right.
All right.
Good morning. Hi.
Morning.
Good morning, June.
Morning, Spring.
All right. So for today, we are now live and we are going to be talking about a beginner's guide in YouTube
Hmm.
marketing for real estate agents. So, to everyone who's watching, we are Ocean Click TV, and with me tonight is Placido Sabijon Jr. You can call him June.
Yeah.
June is a shift manager, but he used to be a video editor and then a video editor team leader, and now he is managing the entire shift for Ocean Click. So he has an army of yeah, video editors that he's
Yeah.
managing. June, can you tell me a little bit more about yourself and what your role is?
So pretty much as you said, I manage an army of YouTube editors. Um, but what we really do here is and what I really focus on is to ensure that the processes are being the processes are tightly held to a standard. And yeah,
Mhm.
we do have standards for, especially in the video editing teams. We have standards like turnaround times, schedules, and the quality. So that is one of the things that I really focus on the floor. And then, of course, there is the part where helping out with issues and with any problems with the video editing. Um, a lot of times, the video editors are now better than me. They're continuously improving. But what I do have are connections with other teams. So there's a lot of someone capable from one hand can help with the other hand. So yeah, that's
So,
really what we have here. Teams of different skill sets and um, yeah, talents.
so you're keeping track on who knows what and
Yes.
matching them with the needs of your clients.
Exactly.
There you go. Thank you for that, June. And also, thank you for joining me this morning. It's, I hope, a good morning to everyone watching from the East Coast to the West Coast. And again, for those who are just joining us, we are going to talk about YouTube marketing for real estate agents. And as I've mentioned, with me is Placido Sabijon Jr., or June for short. And he has been a video editor for almost 3 years now and specializing in the real estate industry, although that's not the only industry that you're
Hmm.
handling, right? You have a lot of
Yes. Yeah.
clients from different.
Although that is the trend right now. Yeah.
Mhm.
Real estate.
Yeah. All right. So let's start. I want to start by asking you, is it really worth investing in YouTube marketing in the real estate business?
Yeah. I don't. I don't get that question a lot, but yeah, it does pop up, and mostly it's from people who ask this question. Like most people who ask this question are usually the ones that are doubting whether the audience is in YouTube. Like,
Mhm.
oh, especially for real estate agents, my business is serious. It's about houses, and
Mhm.
um, when a lot of people when they think of YouTube, they think of entertainment. Like it's
Yes.
basically a social media platform. So there's a lot
Mhm.
of music videos, silly cat
Yes.
videos, and even in the shorts department, it's starting to look like TikTok. So
Mhm.
yeah, what they don't realize is that YouTube, it's a search engine, and
Yes.
um, most importantly, it's owned by Google, and that has a huge impact because
Yes.
a lot of people search on Google, and it does affect YouTube ads, and more importantly, most of the time when you search on Google, YouTube videos do show up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And when people start watching even just one YouTube video of real estate video, and then yeah, you'll soon find yourself filled your feed in YouTube filled with. real estate videos. Sure, definitely mine is filled with YouTube real estate videos. Yeah. So
I can imagine. Yeah.
yeah, the really the greatest advantage and what makes it worth to invest in YouTube marketing is the reach. Because
Mm.
if you think that your audience isn't on YouTube, think again. YouTube has like I think 2 billion active users. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely one of them is gonna think of moving. Definitely one of them is gonna look for a video or come by a video. And that's also the thing there with video content is that it is one of the most alluring methods to capture
Yes.
attention, right?
Mhm.
Like especially in the real estate business where people want to see what they're getting. Like
Yes.
if you want to look at a location or a house, it's much better than just images. Having a video tour, especially virtually, where it's a lot easier on just the desktop. Yeah,
Hmm.
having a video that can really show you the nooks and crannies of what you're gonna be getting is definitely helps, and that's what definitely a lot of people would prefer. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think even just those
It's
two
worth
already. Yeah,
investing, right?
yep,
It
definitely
really
is.
is. I mean, if I were someone who's going to, you know, move to a neighborhood,
Hmm.
I want to see what the neighborhood is about. Like if my needs would be met, I want to see the location for
Mm,
real.
yeah,
If I
definitely.
can't travel there, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Google and
Yeah,
search for that area. And then, as you mentioned, because YouTube is owned by Google, the video shows up.
yep.
YouTube video shows up, and then there you go. We're very visual. We're very
Yeah,
visual.
visual. Yes. I
And
mean, there's
so,
a lot of things you can do with videos as well. Like it's not just video tours. You can make montages. You can make
yes.
like even just informative videos of you talking.
Hmm.
Even just that, a lot of people find that more appealing than reading through a wall of text.
Hmm.
So yeah,
That is
it's
true.
definitely more engaging.
Yeah, if you see like a post with a picture, but sometimes maybe you can't imagine where this room is or
Hmm.
where it's located in the property, and then you read there's 3 bedrooms or this number of baths or this and that. But it's really different when you see a tour, right?
Yeah,
We are being walked through the house. I mean, it's still different when you're gonna go there and see the property for yourself. But at least you already have that initial tour wherein you can say, okay, this is really worth my time. And then this real estate agent really knows how to market. And so, that also gives credibility to you as a real estate agent as well
hmm
as, you know,
yeah,
capturing that audience in your area.
and
So, go
oh
ahead.
well, sorry. Yeah, I just wanted to add that it's, yeah, well, being there in real time usually would be much better. We really it really depends on how forthcoming you are with your as a real estate agent. It really how much dedication you put into your video because we've had clients where their clients gave great feedback, like saying the video tour was just as good as actually being there. So that is
Hmm.
because our client really went through everything just to convey what's good about his house, the nooks and crannies. So
Hmm.
and being able to communicate as you do it as well. Communication is key and being able to convey what you want them to see and knowing what they want to see as well. So
Yeah,
yeah, there's that skill part which really makes it just as almost just as good as being there.
there you go. So, if they are now interested to begin their own YouTube channel, what would be or what are the things that a beginner in YouTube marketing must remember, because I believe we have experienced many times creating
Mhm.
a YouTube channel from scratch, from zero, right? So,
Yeah,
what are the
definitely.
things that a beginner would need or must remember? Yeah.
Yeah, calling back on new video channels that we work on. I guess the very important thing, and yeah, this is going to be cliche, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It's not going to be easy. Yeah, that's a very important thing to remember. Uh, because as the question implied earlier, I think it was it worth investing? So yeah, it is an
Mhm.
investment, and the
Yes.
biggest capital that you will need is time and effort.
Mm.
So this will take into your time, especially if you're still setting up. You don't probably don't know what to do. You're doing a lot of research, and especially if
Mhm.
you're doing your own videos, you
Mhm.
you have to go out there. If you're setting up a crew, or maybe you're doing it on your own, then you also need some money in order to have equipment, yeah, and stuff like that. So
Speaking of equipment,
okay.
I believe you're even able to advise on what type of equipments they might need based on what their plans are.
Yes, we do have a standard that a standard list of equipments that is recommended,
Mhm.
which is, I believe, we do give that out to clients whenever
Ask
they
for it.
subscribe with
Yeah.
us, yeah, and ask for us.
And I think we can even also give them links to what type of video camera, lighting, microphone, or
Yeah,
whatever they might need. We're
exactly.
just not naming brands because this
Yeah,
is not a sponsored podcast. It's not a sponsored ad.
exactly.
But yes, if real estate agents that are just beginning to create their own videos do need advice in what type of equipment they might need, we're
Hmm.
also able to do that. You just have to book a consultation with us.
Yeah, just looking through the list, a lot of them can be easily bought from online. Really, it's just right there. So
There you go.
actually, yeah, it's
But
always at
sometimes
the
it's
fingertips.
confusing, right? Because there's a
Ah,
lot
that's
of
true. Yes.
choices.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's true.
But
That's true.
but
But
it's
the
nice
the
to
team will
have a
always
guide.
be there to help. Yeah, the team can also help whenever, and that's what's
Mhm.
great.
All right.
So back
Yes, go ahead.
on that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think I was gonna say that. Yeah, when you look on YouTube, they do make it look easy, right? Like, especially since YouTube is very good at just feeding you with the good ones, the good videos,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
a lot of times you think, "Whoa, this video looks so great! I should make something like this." Yeah. So of course, you always have to remind yourself that this isn't going to be as easy as it actually looks.
Mhm.
A lot of things go behind the content, and really, that is the thing that everyone should remember to focus on, especially at the
Mhm.
beginning. Um, the first tip would be, it's something that every marketing tip will have. It's finding your audience, defining your audience. Yeah,
Yes.
but the next one is really planning out your content, because this is something that a lot of new YouTube marketers, like, they sort of overlook, because
Mhm.
they're too focused on the other big thing, which is
Mhm.
it's the big thing, which is YouTube algorithm. Uh,
Yeah.
so the thing with YouTube algorithm is that it's a black box. Like,
Mhm.
in programming terms, that means the only thing that we know about it is through input and output. So
Yes.
we don't actually know how it internally works. So
Mhm.
when you research about it, it's kind of like looking up what healthy foods are. Um, you're gonna get a lot of answers, and a lot of them from so-called experts as well. So
Mhm.
um, yeah, the thing that you really need to know is YouTube is a very well-made AI, and it's
Yes.
only going to ever improve. And it has one sole purpose, that is to deliver great content that people want to watch and
Mhm.
is relevant to what you're actually trying to show, like your title. So
Mhm.
that's really what you want to make. Um, just make great content, something that provides value to your clients, to your potential
Exactly.
clients, and make sure that your information that you go with it, like the title, the thumbnail, it makes it's relative to the content. So yeah, as long as you do that, we can work on the metadata. That we can
Mhm.
do all we can, but as long as your content is good, um, you can rest assured that YouTube will have your back, and at the very least, anyone who sees your content, um, they will they will see your value, and they might not be a lot at the beginning, but what we really want are conversions, right? I mean,
Yes,
it's
that's true.
we're not always aiming for YouTube stardom. So
But
yeah,
conversions, viewers that would become your clients.
exactly,
Yeah.
and word of mouth will spread.
Hmm.
If if your viewers are turning into conversions, then you know, no matter how many subscribers you have, you know you're on the right track, because that
That's
means your content is quality and
right.
is doing what you want it to do.
That's right. There you go. So, what would be the benefit of hiring a video editing team for this purpose?
Well, I guess, like I said, the greatest capital is time and effort.
Yes, exactly.
So that's exactly what a video editing team will take off from your hands. Of course, there's still going to be effort. As I said, you have to brainstorm the content, and but even that, a video editing team, if they know enough, then they can help you out with that as well. And then, of course, there's something about leaving it to professionals that
Yes.
will remove a lot of your stress. Like that's really what a lot of our clients say. Like they're feeling less pressure
Hmm.
because they just have to be on cam. That's all they have to worry about, and then the rest they just hand it off to the team. But basically, the metadata side as well.
Hmm.
Sure, a lot of people really don't want to bother with it, so
Yes.
you can leave that to the video editing team as well if they're the ones that do your uploads.
And you're
And
talking about YouTube SEO.
yes, YouTube SEO.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and a lot of times they can be cost effective,
Hmm.
because uh, in the realtor business, we get a lot of clients that are really busy, like
Yes.
and time is money, right? So
True.
if you really think about the time that could have turned into money, um,
Hmm.
the video editing team would most likely be saving you lots and lots of money.
That is very true. And it's not even just like saving money and saving time, also saving in like looking for video editors that would be the right fit for you. Because if you're going to hire a person, a single
Mhm.
video editor instead of a team, whatever his video editing style, that's it. But
Oh
with
yeah.
a team, right, with different
Mm.
styles, we can easily match you with someone who knows your style.
Yeah,
Like,
if we emphasize with a team,
mhm,
there's also the work efficiency. Like,
yes.
um, of course, aside from YouTube, there's a lot of other things you might want, like other social media also
Hmm.
can make use of videos. So, um, multiple people can work on different things at the same time, and it will really help. Um, it will really help you get going your business, your internet business. That's and focus on your own job, which is real estate.
All right. So, what do you anticipate like for the future of YouTube marketing in the real estate industry? What do you anticipate for the future?
Well,
Yes, there you go.
I don't know. Lately, if I think about the future, I really just think of how AI is expanding really fast.
Hmm.
So, first thing is definitely the YouTube AI algorithm is getting smarter and smarter.
Hmm.
Um, Even without much metadata, it understands what your video is about all on its own. You can't even trick it anymore with like wrong tags and wrong. titles.
Mhm.
So
I see.
that's the YouTube AI is really smart. For example, if you go into Google and then you search for a certain video, you search for a certain question, and
Mhm.
then YouTube, what you call this, Google will usually give you a YouTube video, and then it knows what part of the video you need. Like it's not even gonna show
Yes.
you the entire video. It skips to the part that you want. And so that's really smart. Like they really can determine what you want, and they understand what the video is about and will skip the rest. So
So
yeah.
it's important to really make sure that your content has
Hmm.
valuable information so that
Yes.
when people search for those words, those topic that you're talking about, it will lead them there to
Hmm.
parts of your different parts of your video.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good to
And
know.
then
Yes.
virtual reality is also starting to be a thing.
Mhm.
I know a lot. I know some real estate businesses where they have a virtual reality setting where they can meet virtually.
Mhm.
Sometimes even have um, virtual videos, like videos in a virtual reality kind of setup, like 3D models. And then there's even 360-degree videos.
Yes.
Like that's something that YouTube is starting to have. I was really impressed when I first saw like a 360-degree horror video. um, and I was really thinking like, what if you had a real estate video that's in a 360 degree? Like the
Mhm.
user can just turn around the camera and see the entire house, move
Mhm.
around. So that would, I think that's going to be a thing eventually. Yeah.
Yeah, for
And then
sure, for sure.
And
Mhm.
of course, as real estate grows, you're gonna have a lot of collaborators as well, like more and more real estate in the YouTube. However, there will be a direct tie-in with the state of the real estate, with the state of the real estate market,
Mhm.
because the market really is a lot more volatile than I initially thought, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of changes going on. So I
Mhm.
can't say for sure when it comes to the real estate industry, but um so far it always goes back up.
Yeah.
So as far as that goes, I think, and YouTube will always still be there. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna get beaten by any other platform anytime
Mhm.
soon. So it's always gonna be a viable thing still.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Yeah. That is true. That's very true. So now, based on your experience, why do realtors succeed working with Ocean Click's video editing team? This time, I know you've had success stories. So why do you think they succeed working with Ocean Click's video editing team?
Well, aside from the above, a lot of clients
Hmm.
a lot of clients really what they like about our teams is that we are very highly adaptable and flexible. One of the comments that I keep getting is that it's been very easy to work with the team, and that's because um, we really um, we really try hard on the customer service part, and I think it's not just our video editing team. That's pretty much the focus of our company. That's our core values of our company, and it's to provide great customer service and also being flexible to our clients' needs. Um, we make revisions. We're not perfect, but basically we are always able to eventually we always cater to what the client wants, and
Hmm.
the team always takes note of what those revisions are, and then in the future it gets less and less, and that's what the client likes. In the beginning they can see that there's going to be an interchange, but eventually what really makes me happy when I look at the floor is when there's a client and he's just giving away videos and then we're just editing them, and then it's good. There's no more feedback needed, and
Hmm.
there's a trust between the two. Like, okay,
Yeah.
the client gives us a video, and then as far the client goes, um, they trust that the video editing team will just do the rest. And because that's really what we try and achieve here, is that alleviate the client's stress, save them their time, and of
Yep.
course, quality product. Delivery is our priority. One of the things that also clients like is the consistency. Like I mean, our priority really is having a video. If you wanted one video per week, that's what we'll do. Two videos per week, that's what we'll do. Um, Deadlines are basically paramount. Yeah, for us.
Of course, because there's a publishing date. If it
Yes.
needs to be published on a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Monday, then we are going to set our schedules accordingly and our deadlines accordingly,
Mm,
right? Um,
yep.
so, because again, we're talking about beginners in YouTube.
Yeah.
If they do want to acquire our services, can you walk us through kind of like what they need to do to start, or like the onboarding process for them to start? How does it usually go?
So it's actually very simple, and basically what we do is we meet clients through usually that would be Zoom, and then we show them how we share our files. The usual process would be through Google Drive, and then we show that, oh, this is where you place your videos, this is where we'll be getting them from, and then this is where we have organization here. And that's a very important thing, is that the clients know where to place their files and we know where to get them, right? Because we
Yes.
work remotely, and we need to get those things out of the way as soon as possible so that we can we can continue working seamlessly, right? So yeah, we already always have a structure for our organization drive folders, although of course if the client also already has their own structure, like I said, we're adaptable. So we can always use what they have. But yeah, we have our own structure for the folders where the files go, the B rolls, and we have our own subscriptions as well to B rolls. So licensed, everything that we use are licensed, and
Yes.
then where we place the branding. And again, if our client does not have that, we will gladly make it for them. Yeah, the branding guides, the logos even. So yeah, after that, we give them an action plan. So pretty much they know what to do. Like, I mean, the meeting can get long. We try to get as much information as we can from the client about what their business is, because
Of course.
understanding what their business is will help us make their videos, right? So
True.
yeah, after that, we will have meeting minutes and give them action items. So in the end, they will always know what to do after the meeting, and that is like what they have to provide, the steps, and how to make us YouTube managers
Yes.
and the like.
So you really are managing their YouTube channels as
Oh
well,
yes,
because
yes.
I believe you're the ones who's going to upload their videos there.
Mm,
Of course, you have a lot of different tools that help you in the process, but there's also a tool that you've been using where they can leave their edits, I believe.
yeah.
I mean, their feedback,
Hmm.
and then
So we have an
they're
app for
still able to check the final video before it's really
yes.
published
Yeah.
online.
That's the thing we always do. We always give them a first draft. So we don't expect it to be always perfect, but eventually, down the line, when there's a series of no revisions already, then we can proceed to just immediate, sorry, immediate uploads.
And I believe what helps your team is when they also provide like samples of the type that they the type of editing that they like, the type of videos that they prefer,
Yeah.
right? Or that
We
inspires them, right?
Yeah, reference videos. We do ask that from them, and we have an onboarding form that we provide to clients. That
Okay.
that way we can get some details like where they are, what kind of things they want us to do. Because we don't only edit full videos. We edit snippets, repurpose videos for other social media. So of course, if the client wants that, we want them to note that down, and then of course reference videos as well, and even reference thumbnails, because some clients, they start out by looking at other channels, and then, like I said before, they're like, whoa, I want something like this. so
Yes.
so yeah, I mean, that's very understandable. So if they do have those kinds of videos that they really like, um, we use those as reference too. Of course, it's not gonna look exactly like it, but
Of course. You
definitely we
understand
strive.
what their
Yes,
vision is, more or less.
exactly.
So, all right. Guys, if you have comments, questions, suggestions, clarifications, please leave them in the comment section so that we were able to answer those questions. Um, but yeah, I believe that your process is you already have a step by step process,
Yes,
right? And
definitely.
you have helped a lot of real estate agents start from scratch, from the
Yeah.
very
Yeah, I would
beginning.
half of them are like new channels. Half I've already started. Yeah.
And you've been also you're quite familiar with the different states. Like you have clients from different
Oh, yeah,
states
a lot.
across the US.
Across US, yes. Even like Australia. Yeah, there's a lot.
So, isn't that quite challenging? Because I do know that they have different kind of like in different states they have different policies in terms of like you know the do's the don'ts in the real estate industry or the real estate practices in their area.
Well, we don't usually, it's not usually a problem because we
Mhm.
ask those ahead of time from the client.
Okay.
Of course, the video editors aren't always the most savvy when it comes to real estate. Like we have a lot of real estate clients, but our agents aren't real estate
Yes.
businesses themselves. So we always, that's why I said, like the onboarding can get long sometimes. We have to
Mhm.
ask a lot of questions, and the client also notes them down in the onboarding form. So yeah,
And
those kinds of
they're
things.
always able to schedule a meeting with the team, right? If there are
Oh
if we
yes,
need
definitely.
clarification or
Um,
if
we're
there's something.
always we're always flexible for meetings. Especially we have team leaders who we we do have some time discrepancy sometimes. Like um, we have two shifts. We have a morning shift and a night shift, and then the morning shift is like it's morning for us, nighttime for them. However, the team leaders are always flexible in their time, and will meet the client at night if needed. So
Mhm.
yeah, um, we're always flexible. When a client wants a meeting, we we're good. We're good. Schedule it anytime at your convenience.
It's almost like 24/7 they can reach us.
Yeah.
So someone's always going to answer the call or someone's
Hmm.
always going to respond. It's never going to be like
We don't leave
days
clients
on end
hanging.
without, right? We don't leave them hanging. There you go. Um, how about turnaround time? Is this something that you're like
Yeah.
if they need a video once a week, what's your turnaround time?
Our general turnaround time is 48 hours, and that's because most of our clients do, unless they're like a full time client. So that depends on the weight of the video. Like if it's a simple video, um, maybe 1 day turnaround if the client has 8 hours with us. However, a lot of clients are like 4 hours, 2 hours. So we try to give them a 48 to 72 hour turnaround time. That's pretty much 2 to 3 days turnaround time, and that gives us leeway for revisions because if it's a 1 week with one video per week, then there's still time for one set of revision, and then before we have to upload.
Okay. But have you had clients wherein you have to produce 3 to 5 videos a week? Or
Um,
what was the
Rarely
most?
that does happen. Yeah. Of course, we always recommend more time for those
Mhm.
clients because
Mhm.
it wouldn't be realistic to just accept 3 to 5 videos in a short amount of time.
Mhm.
So yeah, as long as we have enough time, we will always be able to achieve those videos. Because we also have, like I said, we work as a team. Multiple editors can work on multiple videos at the same time.
There you go. That's it. By the way, for those who are curious, are you able to edit 4K videos or those, heavy type of
Mhm.
videos? That's a lot of downloading and uploading, I
Yeah.
believe.
Well, fortunately, we do have consistent internet here. It hasn't failed us so much so far, but of course there is that issue with too too long download times. So
Mhm.
we try to inform the client ahead of time. If it's gonna be like this, expect. We always set
Set
expectations.
expectations, I see. Um, but how long are the videos usually are? I mean, have
Mhm.
you had like long videos, or is it just like
Yeah.
30
Most
minutes or 8
podcasts.
minutes?
Yeah,
Hmm.
usually 30 to 30 minute videos would usually be like a vlog of sorts.
Hmm.
That's like when maybe the client is going around.
Hmm.
But the golden time really, and we also suggest this to our clients, is that it's around 12 to 15 minutes. So
Okay.
that's around the attention span of a person to really just stay in a video, because
Hmm.
YouTube does value retention.
Hmm.
So if someone clicks away from your video, that's not the kind of thing you want. Yeah,
Hmm.
but also for 1 hour videos, you risk them not watching the entire video, right?
Mm.
Although for podcasts that can happen. I mean, that's, yeah, we have a lot of podcast videos that are like
Hmm.
1 hour long, 30 minutes long. But in
Mm.
general, yeah, in general, it's like 12 to 15 minutes. Some are even shorter, like 8 to 10. So
Hmm.
yeah, and
So,
that's the
like
range.
our podcast right now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a bit longer, but still, this podcast we can still repurpose this, right?
Yes.
Repurpose this to shorter videos,
Hmm.
and because YouTube also has YouTube Shorts, it can be repurposed to shorter videos wherein there's probably like what 30 seconds,
Hmm.
60 seconds, or even 15 seconds, like the different snippets. So your team also, they do that, right? They
Yep.
really listen, and they can tell which parts are nuggets of gold.
Yeah,
And
definitely. That's the great thing about snippets is we can really own in on the important tidbits and
mhm,
show just that. And then if the viewer is interested, they'll go watch the whole thing.
mhm.
So
And
that's one thing too. That's one way to market as well.
all right. Thank you so much. I mean, we're like going over time
Yeah.
already, but it's an interesting topic, and we do have a lot of questions. So we might want to do another round of this topic
Hmm.
if we see that there's still a lot of questions, especially on how to begin, and not just even on YouTube, but also in the other platforms, because other platforms
Yeah,
are going video now. I mean, like
definitely.
it's TikTok's there, and then Facebook and Instagram have
Hmm.
Reels, YouTube has Shorts. And even platforms such as LinkedIn are also shifting towards videos now.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely. Like I said, videos are really the most engaging form of content because there's a lot of things you can do, especially with technology nowadays. Can make videos really cool and catchy. Yeah.
Yep. And even if you're very good at video editing yourself, or even if you know the basics of video editing, it's still time consuming,
Yeah,
right? It
definitely.
is still time consuming. So it does make sense to hire a team instead of doing it yourself, as what
Hmm.
you've said earlier, so that you as a real estate agent could actually go and meet your clients instead of being
Yes.
in front of your computer and
Yeah.
editing your video.
Hmm.
All right.
Definitely.
Well, thank you so much, June, for answering all our questions and for
Welcome.
enlightening us as to how we can start, how your team would be able to help a real estate agent in starting their YouTube channels. And so, everyone, for next week, please join me again because we will be talking virtual assistant companies and how they would also be able to help you with your day-to-day tasks, how they would be able to take this off your plate so that you can use your time wisely. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me this morning. And I will see you again next time. Don't forget to subscribe to all our channels. This has been Springfield Daniel, Ocean Click TV. Click, watch, and connect. Have a great day.